Alright guys, where to start? I think the first thing I want to get off my chest a bit, well, it's not a rant, it's Saturday today. I can't remember what day it was, it's a few nights ago now. I tweeted something. I was in a conversation on Twitter and I tweeted something, and somebody else in the tweet answered it with just a one-word comment, and basically it made me think, oh yeah, my last tweet did sound a bit like it could be construed that way. So Mr. Cooper, if I offended you with that tweet, this is a sincere apology. I meant no offence whatsoever by it. It was a joke, and I wasn't sort of like putting you down or anything like that, so sincere apology for that. So I just I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't offended in any way, shape or form. So anyway, that's said. Moving on, been a busy week, got a lot of bits and pieces out of the way, some awkward jobs at work that needed doing and getting done, so got them done in a timely fashion and out the door. Well, one of them's actually still sat in the workshop because it's quite a weighty product, as we were doing two carbon units for an engineering firm. Now I'm guessing they're actually supplying them straight on, but they were building the actual unit for them to sit in. So and the thing is with carbon, it's extremely heavy, and when it's in a metal case, of course, it's even heavier still. This thing probably weighs upward of 50 kilos, probably about 60 kilos. Really is a two-man job lifting it. I can carry it if it's already at waist height. You can pick it up and sort of bumble along with it, but it's not really very good for your back, obviously. So it's still sat there in a minute. Now we actually got an order for two, and I made them one a few weeks ago, and it got sent straight to them because they urgently needed it so they could get on building the unit for them to go in. So the other one's ready for dispatch now, although it'll probably get taken in my car up to Scarborough, where I've already done 2 trips this week, because the carriers are starting to cube everything. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but basically they're dumping on everybody, and they're starting to cube rate everything. And ours tend to be generally large, light boxes. I mean, roughly speaking, they're about a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. Just, that's the sort of volume we're talking about in our average box. Yet they only weigh about, on average, about 7 to 8 kilos at the most. Some of them are only sort of like 4 and 5 kilos. And they're giving us huge bills. The minute you start sending more than 2 of them, you start getting these huge bills. I mean, we did one, I think it was 6 boxes that weighed about 4 kilos each. And they got sent to Peterlee, and I think we ended up getting a bill for £100+, which normally would have been somewhere around the £20 to £30 in the old way. So obviously we lost out on that. So we're looking at possibly getting our own van again, which we did have one, got rid of it. It actually worked out cheaper this time because we've been hiring a van on and off. So I hired one, I went to Scunthorpe the other week and stuff like that. But we've been hiring them on and off, and it worked out cheaper for me to do 2 runs to Scarborough. Well, not quite Scarborough. I forget what it's called now. It's just a place just before Scarborough. It was cheaper for me to do 2 runs up there in the car than it was to hire out a van and take that up there. So, and that's including my time and everything, sort of thing. So, you know. So I'll have another trip to Scarborough, but this time with just 1 box that's rather heavy, unless we have anything else that's going up there at the time, in which case I'll take it. But yeah, so it's been a little bit chaotic in that sense, getting rid of stuff and getting it out of the factory. There's been a lot of trips out, you know, a couple of trips to Hull and all sorts. So the wife and I had been talking about, I mean, it's a tough one. It was the quality of life of our oldest dog, and we had a talk about it, and we came to the decision that we would take him to the vets and at least have him assessed and looked over. And basically he just wasn't happy anymore. So we arranged an appointment with the vets for the following night, and I took him down after work. And basically I just sort of poured it all out in front of the vet and said, look, you know, I mean, obviously they don't get involved with the attachment side and all that sort of thing. They can't, you know, they've got an objective to look at. And you know, we've come to the conclusion that it just wasn't fair for him anymore. It's 17 plus years. You know, I signed the paperwork basically, and had him put to sleep. It's very quick, painless. So rest in peace, my little old dog. Lovely little Yorkie, but you know, wouldn't say boo to a goose, but he was blind. You know, he was having to be carried everywhere now, and the likes. Incontinence was starting to catch up with him a bit. So yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'll get back later, guys. Now then, guys, I didn't get back to you yesterday. Just, you know, things happen. I did, however, spend my afternoon and evening getting, well, I got 3 videos created and uploaded. One's already gone live. That was the review for the Honor Engine earphones. Very nice them. And then I've got one going live later on this evening. I can't remember which one that is now. Because I've got another one going live on Monday as well, on Monday morning. So there are 2 more to come. And I got some more footage of some other bits and pieces. And I'm hoping to get out on a bit of a cycle ride as well. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I've just been checking what veg we've got. I'm gonna have to go and get some. I don't need much actually. I just need to go and get a few carrots and no, I've got a cauliflower, some cabbage. I could do with a cabbage. And we're having pork today. So picked up a joint of pork off the butcher's yesterday. So hey up, Smoky. What are you doing, eh? Are you purring? Hello. Hello, Smoky. Yeah. Normally quite aloof, you, aren't you? Yeah, you're drooling a lot, lad. Some teeth that are missing, isn't it? It's made your lips collapse. Yeah, he's normally a bit more aloof, really. His body condition's dipping. I mean, he's only what? He's a year younger than Fox was. So he's about 16 this year, something like that. He was my daughter's cat, but when she got married and her husband's not a cat man, and they haven't really, and they've got a couple of dogs and that, so he just stayed here with us. So he's not really any trouble. He's a good cat. Getting on a bit though, ain't you, lad? Yeah, he's got no fangs now, so he still gives as good as he gets though. Sometimes if he has his food put outside, we have another cat locally that likes to come and try and steal his food. And I went out one day and he was giving this other cat what for. He's actually also known to attack dogs as people are walking by. Yeah, he's attacked a few staffies in his time. I know that much. Yeah, he's quite feisty, aren't you, lad? Hey? Yeah. So yeah, it's another sort of in and out day weather-wise. We had couldn't make his mind up yesterday between overcast. Well, we had rain in the morning. We haven't had any rain last night, I don't think, although things were still a bit damp. But the sun's sort of just in and out of it. It's not. I know I've just seen a notification actually for Jane Jones. She's just gone out on a periscope saying blue sky, so it must be nice over West Yorkshire way. But here in the east, it's still a lot of cloud around. Some of it's looking quite dark actually, so we could still get some rain today. So we've got a few butterflies out there late. We haven't got much flower left on that either actually, it's all pretty much died off now. So yeah, they're just some little red admirals. So yeah, so we're a dog down now. Little old fella, sadly missed, but that's the way life goes, isn't it? Unfortunately, we get attached to these things and they become part of your family. So yeah, anyway, I've got a few bits and pieces to do, guys, so I'll get back later on. So the rest of my day is going to be tied up now. Well, it wouldn't take that long. What's happened is while I was in town, I got a call off my brother. And what it was, he's been doing some work on his house and what have you at the minute, and I lent him some tools, and what it was, he was changing the valves on one of his radiators, and I lent him the tool for removing the tails from the radiator because he needed to put these new style tails in, and basically was he didn't get it right. He put a new tail in and then had to remove it again for some reason. I've got itchy ear. And as he removed it, he says, I don't think I over-tightened it, but as he removed it, basically it sheared off, and he couldn't get the thread part out. And it's an old radiator anyway, so he went down to Hull and got himself another radiator. Now, the only one he could get in the size he needed to fill the gap back up, basically, was a twin panel. So obviously that means that the tails need to now be further away from the wall, and so he was drilling the floor, and he had took the pipe out of the way but not allowed enough. He was drilling with a hole saw, and he's nicked the pipe. So it's one of them things easy done in DIY. So he quickly drained off the radiator, and now his heating's off, of course, and not just the heating, but it means his hot water's off as well, because he's on a combination boiler on a single pipe on the heating. It's a single pipe circuit, which it's a bit uncommon these days, but you know, normally you use a twin pipe, but yeah, he's on a single. So I'm hoping he's only nicked the pipe above the single pipe feed. That way I can get all his heating back on. I'm going to be going out later on to cap it off, because of course he needs hot water more than anything else. So I'm hopefully going to cap that off, leave the radiator turned off at the other side, and then tomorrow I'll go back and repair it all and put it right, basically put a new piece of pipe in, and hopefully it'll be all up and running. I think what happened was I lent my dad my gas torch, and I haven't used it for a long time now. I've got the torch, but I think he used up all the gas, and he was just using it to light his wood burners, because it was so much easier to just use a gas torch to do it, because of course they burn much hotter. So I'll have to go and get another bottle of gas. I should have a little bit of copper pipe kicking around. I don't need much. I think he's only nicked it just above the floorboards somehow. I'm not sure how he's done it exactly. So, but anyway, he's nicked it with the hole saw. So basically, it's just a matter of replacing that bit of pipe. It's just that I'm not sure if it's in a T junction. If it's in a T underneath, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. If it's old joints, they have a tendency to sweat the rest of it loose, and then you've got to replace the entire sort of area and what have you. And sometimes if the pipe's old, you need all fresher bits of pipe as well. I'm not sure if I've got a bit of copper pipe lying around. I know I've got some plastic, plenty of plastic fittings, but I'd rather solder it really. It makes a far better job. So I might be doing that anyway. So, but anyway, I've got to cap it off tonight so that we can get some hot water back on, obviously, so that we can all have baths and showers and stuff like that. So it's, you know, you sort of forget how much you need these things, don't you, in the modern day and age, you know, because, you know, you've got your dishwasher, your washing machine, you know, washing your pots after tea, you know, you eat, it's just, the list is endless that you use it for, really. So yeah, that's sort of put paid to a few things, but never mind. Such is life, as they say. So, I've got some aches and pains. Don't know why. So anyway, what time are we at? We're at nearly 4:30. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing tea now. I've just put my veg on. I'll have to start seeing to things very shortly. And then after tea, everything's going to be sort of like tied up with this, that and the other. So yeah, hopefully next week will go a little more easy on me. I know I've got a few jobs that have to be there on certain days on the AM time and what have you, but you know, so yeah, I think that's it, guys. Anyway, let me know what you all thought of the Apple event as well, if you've watched it yet. I know some of you like to sort of watch the recordings later and what have you. It's interesting because the wife's decided she likes the look of the iPad Pro. Now, at the minute, she runs a laptop and an iPad Air. And she didn't realise, I mean, she doesn't follow it as much as I do, but she didn't realise that you could get the Office suite on an iPad. But of course, they sort of tie you into having like an Outlook account and everything for sharing everything across the platforms. Now, she has to do like some timesheets and stuff like that for carers, and she was always doing them on the laptop then, And I said, well, you can get these sweet for your iPad, but then you'd need to show them to your laptop. But of course, if she got like the iPad Pro, you know, she wouldn't need the keyboard for it. Basically, because it's sort of all to do with the way because she spends most of her time in bed, and that's where she uses it. You know, she gets up only for short spells, so it's a bit awkward, the typing side of things anyway. She wouldn't really need the pencil either, you know, but these are things that you could maybe get at a later date afterwards. But as long as we can get the iPad Pro with a case and a cover, I think she's going to be really sort of happy with that, and it means that she can do her work on it as well as sort of playtime and whatever, you know. She's been streaming a lot of stuff across the Apple TV at the minute with her iPad and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're looking into anyway, for either a Christmas or a birthday or something like that. You know, it'll be a club together job like, and I think it's available in November, so I'll have another look in November, you know, have a good look at the UK pricing structure and what have you, because I think they're only doing is it a 32 gig and a 128, I think. And the 128 obviously is a lot more expensive, so we'll have to look into things anyway. So we might have an iPad Air up for sale. Is it 64? Yeah, it's a 64 gigabyte iPad Air, first generation. So you know, that might end up going up for sale. See what happens there. I've just been looking at the structure in, actually, strange, I've been getting these emails from O2, or my network provider, and they sent me an email and messages saying, you know, you don't have to wait if you want to upgrade. Now, the way they run it now is your contract's split into two halves. You got one half pays basically for the device, and then the other half pays the contract. And this was the weird thing. They said, don't forget you can also trade your device in with us. So basically, I had a look at if I were to upgrade now, and they would want, I think it was £200 and something to finish the device off. I thought, well, that's a bit strange, you know, because it should be, because there's no, even though it's on credit, there's no interest. It's interest-free credit over 2 years. So they want £200 and something, and then I went and looked at what they'd give me on a trade-in for this, and it's the 6 Plus 64 gigabyte, and they were willing to give you 323, I think it was. So basically, if I did that, that would actually put £60 in my pocket. So I don't think I'll bother, to be honest, like, because I don't think there's enough to make me want to upgrade the phone yet. I mean, yeah, it's got some nice extra features, you know, with the camera and the photographs and all that sort of stuff, and, you know, and of course it's also got the haptic engine, you know, that gives you a bit of taptic feedback, and, you know, you can press deeper and all that sort of stuff. It's got some clever innovations gone into there, but it's not stuff I actually need right now. So I don't know, I might, you know, considering if it works out, what I might do is actually ring O2 and say, you know, is this right, basically? Am I going to end up in profit? In which case, then I might just say, well, yeah, I'll do it then, because it's, you know, it's cash in my pocket, isn't it, just for swapping me your phone for a newer version. So I'll look into it anyway. So yeah, anyway, I'm just babbling now, so yeah, I'll knock it on the head here, guys, because like I say, it's going to get pretty busy after tea. So do take care of yourselves. Hope you all have a nice steady week, and I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Alright, cheers guys, see you.